amwaita akagamba ebigambo bino.
God told us
Ali tutasome ngu mugonzangane
in a certain book where we won't read that when we love each other,
ko abantu bamanye muli begeswa bange.
that we should love one another so that people may know that we are his disciples.
Oluganda tutukugonzangana.
Church, we don't have love amongst
Ekyokulwa
ourselves.
tutukuyimbiranganaho emigugu.
We are not loving each other. That's the reason as to why we are not carrying each other's burden.
Kandi olugendo lukyali lw'amaanyi.
Yet the journey is still long.
Tulina maiso agatakulwa ebiro mu maiso okwo.
We have eyes that are not viewing what is afar.
Titukeetegereze kiki ekigenda mu maiso.
We haven't understood what exactly is happening.
Abooluganda arozereho okutali banna halaali habwire buno.
Church, somebody who has experienced some challenges,
tumanye ago gakyali matandika.
we should know that that is yet the
Baitu
beginning.
tulina kusaba Mukama Ruhanga atuhe omwoyo okugonzangana.
That we should pray to God to give us the power of love,
Nikwo tukwatiranganawo.
so that we can carry or
Omwana wa
share
Jole
one
yakola
another's
kino.
burden. Jole's daughter is experiencing this.
Abooluganda itwena tukwatire hamu.
Church, let's be united
Tulangira okusaba
and
kanisa
carry each
yonna.
other's burden.
Tusiibe.
Let's pronounce prayer and fasting
Ruhanga
as a church.
arahindura omutima gw'omwana oyo.
Maybe God will change that
Baitu
person's
owooluganda
heart.
ogw'okukihuura.
But brothers, when you hear such a
Okugaruka
statement,
alubajungu wamanya.
you go aside and you whisper
Nyina
to your
teniwaayo
fellow.
panka.
You know, brothers, or you know, my sister, the mother always
Nyina
says,
yekola niwamanyire muno.
the mother pretends like she knows much.
Omanyire byakukora.
Do you know what the daughter is doing?
Ati mali ekanisa ekugenda nka.
Seriously, why is the church going with
Ekibi
that
kyondi
character?
n'okifuura ky'okwenyumiza mu iwe.
Somebody's mistake, somebody's bad character, you make it something to talk about.
Nonkayikara muno n'omukayikuru kubagenda bwe nataayira
For
omukanisa
her, she
muno.
stayed a lot with
Yampaga obwire bwingi n'agamba
Madam
tunga obwire
Kubagenda.
bwonna omanyise.
She always told her, the
Ningenda
madam told Madam Brenda
omubwire
always to go
bwange.
to her in her free time.
Akanyegese Bayibuli.
She told her to read the Bible.
Tingenda agamba ngu byonna mbikora.
Not that she does all,
Baitu binge binyanyegere.
but at least she learned a lot from that woman.
Mukayikuru obuwahikaga nambeera ali.
Whenever she reached
Yakugambaga
Madam
mukyala
Kubagenda,
Mijumbi.
she always called Mijumbi's wife.
Kiro kino timbyamire.
Today, I didn't sleep.
N'ebyokulya bindemere.
I even didn't eat
N'omukaguza
food.
Mukayikuru abwaki.
And you ask her why.
Mutekereza awooluganda nanka ogwo.
And the woman used to respond that she was contemplating about a certain brethren.
Owooluganda nanka akozere kino na kino.
A certain brethren has faulted somewhere.
Hati oba aseka ijja kukaguza okuseka.
And now when Madame Jolie left, and the woman had to ask her, as in, why are you laughing?
Habwaki nyasekaga.
Why was Madame
Mukayikuru
Semera laughing?
nangambira. Tabiyamire lundi taliire.
She was laughing because the old woman told her that she didn't sleep, neither did she eat.
Abo owooluganda nanka lundi abulize kintu ky'ekanisa.
Because of contemplating about a brother's life, or that member has lost the church's property, or that member is backsliding somewhere. That's why the woman didn't sleep or eat.
Hati omukwikara n'omukayikuru nyina ebigambo bingi binyayegere.
Madame Jolie, in staying with the late Kubagenda, she learned a lot.
Wihaba oluganda hariho bw'ohuura n'ogaruukirizibwa.
But brethren, sometimes you feel discouraged.
N'ohwa amaani nk'omuntu.
You feel discouraged as a person.
N'olenga okugamba tukole kino.
You try to advise people, let's do this.
N'olora abantu bakukulora nk'omuntu oba oloota.
And you see people are watching you like something crazy.
Hati n'ohuura ohoyirwa amaani.
And you feel discouraged.
Baitu nkaba nyine ebintu bingi binkaba nyegere.
But indeed, she learned a lot from the old woman.
Mukayikuru akaba musomesa.
The old woman was a teacher.
Yasomesaga omusomero za buli kiro zino.
She was a teacher by profession, and she taught our
N'akusomesa Bayibuli eno nayo n'oyetegereza.
However, she even taught a Bible to somebody, and you understand really.
Abooluganda tuyimbiranga naye emigugu.
Brethren, let's carry one another's burdens.
Tugaruke hankora ey'abaisenkuru itwe.
Let's go back to our grandees' works.
Ekkanisa bakaba ne bagirubasa. Ruhanga n'abagarukamu mu kusaba kwabo n'okusiiba.
They served the church and God always responded to their fasting and prayer.
Kiro kino barangire ijjo eri bakaranga kusiiba Sabite yahoire.
Last Sabbath, they announced prayer and fasting in the global SDA church.
Tindi malayika, tindi Ruhanga kurora
She's not
emitima
an
y'abantu.
angel, neither is she going to see people's hearts.
Na Mukama Ruhanga nganyire okubaza kino.
But may God forgive her for what she's going to speak.
Baitu okusobola kusanga kakuba haija malayika.
But she may find that, or you may find that
Abantu
if at all
abalumukanisa
the angel
muno,
comes now,
ojja
amongst the
kusanga mu
people who are in
bantu,
church,
ojja kusanga mu bantu nka 10, rundi 15 basiibire.
you may find something like 10 to 15 people are the ones who have participated in fasting and praying.
Abandi tibasiibire ngu
Others have
tibagondeze.
not because they didn't want.
Kyonka kandi harimu abatakigondeze n'aganya ebyokusiiba timbireho ebyo.
However, there are those who didn't fast intentionally because they are not interested.
So Mukama Ruhanga atukoonyere.
So may the good Lord help us, brothers.
Ijja kugendawo mu Danieri.
We are going to read from the book of Daniel.
Lole abayisenkruitu omulingo bakwatiranga nagaho emigugu.
We see how our grandfathers used to share burdens.
Danieri 9:3.
Daniel 9 chapter 3.
Omuntu n'ahuura n'asaasa habwa ekibi ky'omuntu ondi.
Our great grandfathers always felt it as far as a brother had faulted somewhere. That is Daniel 9 chapter 3. Daniel chapter 9 verse 3.
Nagamba ati nagumya amaiso gange hari Mukama Ruhanga nseere abantu kwesengereza hamu n'okusiiba n'ebitengo n'iju.
In English it reads, "Then I set my face towards the Lord God to make requests by prayer and supplications with fasting, sackcloth and ashes."
Rwakana nasaba Mukama Ruhanga wange nagamba emisango ndagamba nti ayi Mukama Ruhanga omukuru kandi owokutiinisa arukwerinda ebiragiro n'okuganyira hari abokugonza niberinda
Mukama waita atuwa omugisa ombigambe.
May God bless her through these words.
Tukurora Danieri agambire ngu yagumya amaiso ge hari Mukama n'okusaaba n'okusiiba.
Here we see that Daniel kept his eyes unto God through prayer and fasting.
Okusirimuka n'osoma essuura egyo.
And when you continue with the whole chapter,
Tegereza Danieri habwakakaba n'asiiba.
you realize as to why Daniel was fasting.
Danieri otukubazaho we akaba ataina ekibi ky'amaani muno faina akaba ali nk'omuntu.
The Daniel we are reading about didn't have any big mistake as a person.
Kyonka bw'okuba n'osoma essuura egyo n'akwolekya ngu yagamba ha misango eyayisa leeri.
But when you continue with the chapter, you know that Daniel was praying and fasting due to the sins that children of Israel were
Yayesengereza
doing.
Ruhanga.
He prayed to God.
Yayatula ekibi ky'abo bantu boona tukakusiisira
He
tukalugamba
pleaded to
nanno.
God and he told God everything that they had
Tukaleka
done.
ebiwateireho twaleka ebiragiro byawe twakola kino bintu byona yabitontoma.
The Israelites had gone astray. Daniel proclaimed all their sins unto God.
Tukurora Danieri obwire obwo n'obwo amazire okusaba.
But when Daniel prayed to God,
Ombiro bye temanyire bikaba bingaha.
in the days that she doesn't know how many they were,
Malayika akaija.
an angel came
Yamugarukamu n'amugamba Danieri n'ogonzebwa muno.
and told Daniel, "You are loved so much,"
Yamwoleka kiki Danieri kyakaba n'aseera.
and showed Daniel what exactly he was searching for.
Abwaki Danieri akaba n'asaba kandi watayina ekibi.
Why was Daniel praying and fasting yet he had no big sin?
Habwokuba akaba n'akwatwaho.
Daniel was concerned by the sins that the Israelites were
Abw'ekkanisa
committing.
ya Ruhanga.
He was concerned by the church of God.
Abooluganda obutwalula ekkanisa tukagira olwayita kutukwataho.
Brothers, when we look at the church and we feel not concerned,
Ekkanisa n'egenda gendera kimu.
the church is going to get lost for good.
obutukuba ntulolera abaana baitu
When you look at our children,
aloba okusasanga omukyaki munu mwana alina emyaka nka 15 kyonka atamanyire ngu basiiba lundi atakasiibagala
you may find a child of 15 years old when he or she doesn't know how to fast or pray.
abaana bano habwaki ne basemeera kusiiba
Why are these children supposed to fast?
habwokuba balo mu nsi enu ejwire ekibi
They are supposed to fast because they are in the sinful
kandi
world.
omunyanzigwa abalindiriire
And the devil is watching or waiting for them.
n'abagonza muno
The devil wants our children so
nikyo
much.
mukulolera abaana baitu abasigazi
That's why you see that the youth,
tibakyali ankora ya
they
ruhanga
are no longer on God's errands.
nyina abaana oyina abaana nonda abayina itwena tubayine
Madam Jola has children, you have children, all of us have children.
iwakyalora ngu bikyala alo wajole
You who is looking at Jole's children and you
No,
think
wawe
that it is
kikuika.
unto them,
nowaawo kikuika
there's some mistakes are coming to your child too.
kwiyawo twegarukiremu itu abakulu
Unless we, the old ones,
tukateeza maju Tukesengereza Ruhanga
repent
waitu.
and pray unto God and plead unto Him,
kitalo ekyo kanisa negendera kimu
the church is going to get it's
Mukama
going to get
atukoonyera
lost for God.
abooluganda.
May the good Lord help us, brothers.
kwakiranganeho
May we bear one another's
omwana
burden.
wange waawe
Her child is yours
owaawe wange
and your child is hers.
oba orakirora ngu wange nowaawe waawe
If you
ekanisa
view it in
twakibaganizamu
that aspect, as in her child is hers and your child is yours, there is a problem.
mukama waita atukoonyere
May God help us.
kwijja gendaho mu kitabu ekyamatayo olukaalo lwaitu lw'okwijjuka
Let's open in the book of Matthew, which was our key text.
tulole habwokuba kuno tubayire omubayise enkulu tetusobola gamba ngu kandi ebyo bikarugaho bikaba
Let's check in
byendagano
Matthew
nkulu
because what we've been reading it has been our great grandfathers. You may be like, those days, those were those ones. But let's open in the current testament,
matayo
which is Matthew,
sura 4
Matthew chapter 4.
nja kutandikira alukaalo okubanza tugende ntusirimuka mpora
Matthew 4 from verse 1.
Rugamba ruti nubwo Yesu yatwarwa omwoyo mu irungu obu yamazire okusiiba ebiro 40 nyamusana n'ekiro enjara yamuruma omwohi yaija yamugambira ati obu oraaba oli mwana wa Ruhanga gambira amabaale gano gafooke ebyokulya baitu yagarukamu n'amugambira ati kikahandiikwa ngu omuntu taba mwomeezi habw'ebyokulya byonka baitu n'ekigambo kyona ekiruga omu kanwa ka Ruhanga. Rwakataano nubwo Sitaani yamutwara harubaju yamutwara harubuga orurukwera yamuleeta asuka ya yekaru yamugambira ati obu oraaba oli mwana wa Ruhanga oyesimbe hansi baitu kikahandiikwa ngu alikuragira bamalayika be omu mikono yaabo balikukwatiira kandi oleke okuhendeka ekigere kyawe aibaale. Yesu yamugambira ati kandi kikahandiikwa ngu otalirenga Mukama Ruhanga waawe. Olw'omunaana kandi Sitaani akamutwara harusozi orurayihire muno yamwoleka obukama bwona obw'omu nsi zoona n'ekitiinisa kyabwo yamugambira ati ebi byona ndabikuha obu oranteereza amaju okundamya. Nubwo Yesu yamugambira ati rugaho genda Sitaani baitu kikahandiikwa ngu oramyege mukama ruhanga wawe nuwe okorege wenka nubo sitani yamuleka dora bamalayika baija bamuheereza.
Mukama waita asiimwe.
Praise God, brethren.
Tukusiima Ruhanga habw'okuba Mukama waita akasingura.
She thanks the Lord that Jesus
Olw'okuba
Christ
tugarukireyo
won.
tukeekaguza habwaki Mukama waita akaba n'asiiba. Bagambire ngo bwe yamazire okubatizibwa
When we internalize, we shall know as to why Jesus Christ was fasting.
omwirungu okusiiba.
He had to go to the wilderness to fast.
Habwaki Yesu akaba n'asiiba.
Why was Jesus fasting?
Itwena tumanyire Mukama waita akaba ali Ruhanga kikumi
We all know that Jesus was good,
kandi akaba ali muntu.
and he was as well a human being.
Kyonka bagambire ngu akagenda okusiiba ebiro 40 nyamusana n'ekiro.
But from the scriptures, Jesus fasted for 40 days and nights.
Nikyo ngambire ngu abaana baitu nibasemera kusiiba.
That's why she's urging us that our children must fast.
Titusiiba ngu habw'okuba ndwairege, habw'okuba mbuzire school fees, habw'okuba nkozerege
We do
kyabwa
not
tusiiba.
fast because we are sick, we are searching for school fees. No, we just have to fast.
Tusiiba Mukama Ruhanga atukanyiza okuyikiriza. Tusobole kuraba omunyikare eno yense iturumu nikwo twambuke.
We fast for God to enable us to stay upright as far as faith is concerned, in that we can succeed in this sinful world.
Abooluganda ekyo nikyo tusiibira muno.
Brethren, that is the reason as to why
Kandi
we
abantu
fast.
abaakira bwengi titukimanyire.
That is the main reason as why we have to fast, and most people, we don't know that.
Abaakira bwengi tumanyire nsiiba nyine ebizibu.
Mostly we know that we fast for the challenges we are going
Ati
through.
ninihira n'omulolo omuntu omu kanisa n'asiiba buli kiro.
And she wonders, seeing people fasting day and night in church,
Abamanyire kubaza ne bagamba bayita ogwo niwagira ebizibu wenka.
and those who see her fasting always keep murmuring, but is she the only one having challenges and
Habwaki
problems?
nitusiiba abooluganda.
Why are we fasting, brethren?
Kakuba tutasiiba titukusobora
The reason
ensi eno.
is that if at all we don't fast, we can't manage to succeed.
Outukulwana nawe n'atukira
The
amaanyi.
person we are fighting with, that is Satan, is powerful more than we.
N'atukira amagezi.
He is more powerful and more wise than we.
Titumumanyire.
We don't know him exactly.
N'okumulora titumulorako.
We even don't see him at all.
Nikyo tusemereire kwikara ne tusiiba ne
That's
twesengereza
why we need
Ruhanga
to
ne
keep
kwatusobozese.
fasting and praying, pleading to God to enable us succeed.
Nikwo asobole kutusinguza.
That's why we need to pray and
Mukama waitu ngu akatwala omwirungu okusiiba okumala ebiro 40.
Our Lord Jesus Christ stayed in the wilderness fasting for 40 days and nights.
Mukama waitu akaba talina ensonga habwaki
He
n'asiiba.
didn't have any reason as to why he was fasting. No.
Kiraba tusiiba ngu habw'okuba tulina ebizibu.
If at all we fast because we have
Baitu akaba
challenges.
n'asiiba Ruhanga muha amaani
But he was fasting for God to enable him,
ne kwasobole kusingula obulemu buno
for God
obwakabatandikiro.
strengthen him in that to win the duty as to why he was sent on earth.
Tulombulemu.
Brethren, we are at war.
Tusabe Mukama Ruhanga atuha amaani.
May we pray to God to strengthen
Bino
us.
byona ebikutuyikaho
Whatever we are experiencing,
titufuyireyo.
we don't mind.
Habw'okuba Dawudi agamba
Or we shouldn't mind, because even
ali
David
tutaagende
tells
saa
us,
zino
where we won't read,
ngu nkaba ndi muto
that he was young,
ati ngurusire.
now he is aged.
Baitu tinkalolaga omuyikiriza asingirwe.
But he has never seen a believer overcome.
Bino nikyo nibituyikiraho.
This is why we
Habw'okuba
experience all this.
titufuyireyo.
Because
Ruhanga
we don't
waitu
mind.
tasobola kusingwa kintu kyona.
God can never be overcome by any situation, by anything.
Nahabwekyo Mukama atukoonyere.
For that reason, may God help
Obutukuba
us.
ntusome Bayibuli esura etukuruga kusoma etwolekere ngu
The chapter that we are from reading, that is Matthew
obu
3,
yamazire kusiiba ebiro 40 enjala yamuruma.
it is showing that after Jesus fasting for 40 days, he felt hungry.
Omwohi yaija Sitaani.
And the tempter Satan came to him.
Timanyirewo akamulolawo n'amaiso.
She doesn't know whether Jesus saw the tempter physically,
Nawe yamulolaga nkayitwe nk'okutuba.
or she doesn't know whether Jesus too saw Satan the way how we imaginary see him.
yamwohya.
But the tempter tempted Jesus Christ.
Byonna nk'okutuka bisomere mu bihuliire.
He tempted him in all the ways that we have read.
Baitu habw'okuba Mukama waitu akaba amazire kusaba amaani agakuruga hali
But
ogwanya kuri
because
haiguru,
Jesus had prayed for power and strength from God,
yasingura.
Jesus overcame.
Tukuru ebyoyo byona byamulengere busaiki yagwiremu n'ekimu byona akabisingura.
In all the ways he was tempted, he overcame.
Habw'okuba akaba amazire okusaba n'okusiiba.
He had finished praying and fasting.
Abooluganda twekamba okusaba n'okusiiba.
Brethren, she's urging us to
Twegesa abaana baitu.
pray and fast.
Nyo hali nyatahiiro mu kanisa muno.
Let's teach our children because
Hali obwana obunyasangiremu obutabaire bwingi muno bulabo abaire nka 8 bwinga.
by the time she joined this church, she found something like 8 to 9 children in the church.
Nkasangaho obwana bwatimuse abo bana ba Kiswata abo.
She found the youth who are in Kiswata, those are the Timothy's and the brothers.
Nasangaho Jacqueline Namubiru.
Jacqueline Namubiru and the brother.
Nasangaho
Claire Chomwendo.
Nasangaho Grace.
Grace.
Kimuli.
She's memorizing the children. They were not many, but at least she can remember them.
Kyonka ekiro bukyabaga ky'okusiiba.
But when it was a fasting day,
tihabagaho ekicumbiro ekyo nk'okumukurura kiculeire kiti kandi
there
buli tukaba
was no
tutakucumba.
smoke in our kitchen, though during that time they didn't prepare lunch at church.
Kyonka abaana abo bona babaleetaga ne bayikaara omu maiso g'ekkanisa nka hali.
But all those children were brought in front of the church to sit
amukeeka gwabu
on their mat.
Ne buyikaara n'olwa bona buhotokera enjala n'ebuluma.
And those children sit
Divine
quietly
newa.
as you watch them appear hungry.
Ne mutandika kwega lwe bagyo.
Divine elapses and you start the evening lessons when they are seated.
Ojja kulora abazaire babo ne bayimuka mpora n'obudiisa obutiito saaha ziri nka 9 rundi nka 10
And
omulundi mwenda
after a while,
kichweka.
like at around 3 to 4 p.m., their parents used to
Ne babutwala aheera
take them
okwa-
outside shortly with
ebyokulya
dishes
mpora muno.
to give them the food.
Obwana ne bulya ne bugaruka omundo mu kanisa.
Silently, they eat and come back
Omwana
to
bwire
church.
obwo akaire kamazira ako kuruganya enkya karakaiki esaaha 8 rundi 9 aba yetegereize
For a
ekiro
baby to
ky'okusiiba.
take all that time without any food from morning to 3 or 2 p.m., that baby understands that it was
Baito
a
byayikire
day
hali
of fasting.
itwe.
But when it came to our generation,
Tukeefuura abasomere muno.
we pretend to be more educated.
Tulabireho mu masomero ga Kampala okwo twikaire Kampala.
We feel like we've gone through the city, we've stayed in the
Waleeta
city,
obuntuntu kanisa
and brought a lot of funny things
abagenyi
in church.
twina baana.
We have
Omugenyi ayizire ku
children,
kiro
we have
kusabira Town
visitors.
Church.
A visitor who has come today to Town Church.
Ali mu Advent.
When that visitor is an
Obwarahika hanu.
once that visitor comes
Akasanga
around
ataroho emmere.
and finds that there is no food,
Kandi akahuura mu maiso ano omuntu n'agamba kiro
and
ky'okusiiba.
hears that it is a day of fasting and
Omugenyi ogwo
praying,
talina kizibu kyonna bw'araba ali mu Advent.
that visitor has no problem with
Kuya bw'araba
it
baire
if at all
mugenyi
is an
arugire handi
SDA,
hoona.
unless it is a visitor from any other.
Tiharo sitaani
Faith
weenangu
of belief.
okuba hayizirege omugenyi taliire.
There is no sin if at all a visitor comes and doesn't eat.
Kyonka ne bagenda ne baranga gwe maawe tulina kucumbiraho abagenyi
But
n'abaana
nowadays,
abato.
you see somebody standing around or moving up and down just to prepare food for the visitors and the children, yet it is a day of prayer and fasting.
N'alo mu kicumbiro kire ekyo acumbira abaana nawe akumalira aliire.
The person who is in the kitchen for all that they're preparing food that is for the visitors and children ends up eating.
Ajja kurugayo nakawere ngwe nanyoomaawo nkwonkya.
There will come up a woman with a baby, an infant, that, oh, me too, I'm breastfeeding.
Nyarugayo wa Rusaazi nyooma wa Rusaazi zintwala
And
ku
those
kinsiiba.
ulcers patients will come over, oh, me too, I'm disturbed by ulcers.
Abooluganda mbagambira Rusaazi nti zizakutanga muntu kusiiba kakuba bagihayirayo
Brothers,
maiso
the
ga
challenge
Ruhanga.
of ulcers can't stop you from fasting if at all you dedicate yourself to God.
Nyowe omukulora nti aha na Rusaazi ziri.
For her as a person, or personally, she's experiencing ulcers.
Sitaani yarwanagana nyowe buli kiro ky'okusiiba.
Satan always battled with her when she's fasting.
obwo nkabani nti atandikire kusaba hano
when she had just started worshiping with
mazire
the SDA
kwegesebwa
church,
nkokumbagambire mu kaikulu kuyanyegesaga
having taught as she has told us how she was taught
nkakiwamu
by that
kifuura kiro
old
kya
woman,
sabiti kyona kyabaga kyange kyokusiiba
she opted to fast every Sabbath.
buli sabiti
Every Sabbath she used
nsobola
to
kuba
fast.
nyakikozere kumala myaka nk'esatu
She's likely to have done it for roughly 3 years
Ninsiiba.
when she's fasting every
kyonka
Sabbath.
buli sabiti obuyayikaga
But every Sabbath,
nyakwatwa agenda egyo nemba kubi muno ninterwa omutwe
she experienced serious stomach ache, headache, she loses
ningamba oba
pace,
kusiiba nkuleke
and she sometimes thought twice whether to stop fasting.
ekiro kimu ngalukira kitabu nyenkiyakala saaha nk'emu omwo ngambire kandeke okusiiba obwo
But
nkuula
one point when she went back home to kneel to pray to God,
nkawura iraka nirigamba bw'otaasiibe sitaani ajja kuba kusinguye
she heard a voice that if at all she doesn't fast, Satan will have overcome her.
okuruga kiro ekyo
From that day,
abwire obwo n'obwo
on that exact hour,
nkayimuka nagenda nayoga
she stood up, she went and
najwara
showered and prepared
nagaruka hansi
herself.
nateeza amaju nayesengereza ruhanga
She
wange
knelt to God and pleaded with
nagenda
God.
omaiso n'okusiiba
She continued with fasting.
abooluganda ngonza kubagambira omuntu ali gwagenzere n'obulwaire obundi bwonna bwandumaga
Brethren, she is testifying that from that day, the headache and the stomach ache that she used to experience disappeared, and she didn't take any medication.
kuruga kiro ekyo nketegereza sitaani kike kyakora
From that day, she discovered or she understood what Satan does.
nyowe tosobola n'okungambira ngu tingenda kusiiba otasiiba habwokuba olwaire otasiiba manya bw'okuba okulumwa ebyo nyotongambira
That there's no way how you can tell her that I won't fast or pray because I'm sick, because I'm experiencing this challenge. There is no way she can understand your excuses. Never.
fine haroho endwara eija muntu n'arwara galima
Yes, there are some sicknesses that somebody experiences, and indeed you see that that person is ill.
okubwakuba tasiibire n'omanya ekizibu
If
kibayo
that person doesn't fast, of course you understand the reason as to
baitu
why.
hariho ebirwaire binu nkaitu abakuzire emyaka ebitukwikara nabyo
But there
nitubata
are
nabyo
some daily experiencing challenges or sicknesses that we experience.
Ati
We as
tosobola
old people,
gamba.
whereby you can't use it as an excuse.
ngu tingenda kusiiba habwokuba nkumire bijuma
You can't give it as an excuse, as in, I won't fast because I'm on medication.
kitala ekyo ojja kumalira otasiibire emyaka yawe yona
You will continue, you won't get a chance to fast it for all your,
okuba nnyo
fast
omu
for all
wiiki
your life.
nsakwosamu ebiro bibiri ntamizire bijuma ebiro bisigairo byona mbanimire
Because for her, in a week, she misses out medication only 2 days, but the rest of the days of the week, she's on medication.
kyonka ekinkora ngambira ruhanga niwe dakitaali alukukira badakitaali
But
bona
what she does is to talk to God and tells him, God, you are the doctor above all
kusaba
doctors.
ojjanjabe
I pray you
nengenda
treat
omumaiso
me,
n'okusiiba
but I continue with my
so mukama
fasting.
waite atukoonyere
So may God help us,
atugiire
brothers.
embabazi
May God have mercy on us
nitulwana obulemu buno ruhanga niwe abe mwebembezi waitu
as we are in this battle. May God be ahead of us or lead us
kwabaire
as
kyokulooraaho
He has been an example.
leka twikale ntumulooraaho
May we continuously look
Mukama
unto His
waitu
deeds
atuhe
as we
omukisa
participate or act as Christians. May God
mbagambire
bless
gwe
us.
omutwe gw'okyokwega
She didn't tell us the title.
omutwe gubairege ne gugamba
The theme of today's
Obusinguzi.
session was,
obunyakuli omumaana g'okusaba n'okusiiba
the theme was victory in the power of prayer and fasting. That was today's theme.
ebyokwega biri bingi kakuba tubigendaho ebayibuli enu
We have a lot of lessons that we can learn if at all we
karora
continue
abaisenkulu
the
bitwe
Bible.
baingi muno
We saw most of our grandfathers,
abasingwire okulaba omu kusaba n'okusiiba
many of them succeeded through prayer and fasting.
naitwe ruhanga tukoonyere
Likewise, may God help us
atuha amaani atwijjuke ha nkora y'ekanisa
and strengthen us on what exactly as a church we have to do.
twijja kusingura
We shall overcome.
kandi sitaani mugezi muno
And Satan is so wise, brethren,
habwokuba baakira bwingi mbaire nimbarora buli muntu n'abyama
because he has seen most of us dozing.
habwaki n'obyama sitaani akuteire enkiyinzo yo turo
And why are you dozing? Satan
Niko
has
otahura
injected
ebigambo
you
binu
with dozing in that you shouldn't listen to such
ati
sweet words.
wabyamire saaha zino sisimukire
And somebody who has been dozing,
kandi
who has
busawo
been asleep,
n'akuyimukize
you have
sitaani
risen,
bwonyini niwakugambire imuka
you have arose, and nobody has woken you up apart from
Glory
Satan
nyire.
himself telling you that, please, you wake up. My goal
mukama ruhanga
has scored a
tukonyere
goal. May God help us.
kuraba mu ibara lya yesu kristo
Through the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
atusabe
Let's pray.
harukwera nyakuri haiguru muno haijwire ekitiinisa ogonza n'oganyira ayahangira iguru n'ensi n'enyanja n'ensoro z'amaizi n'ebintu ebikurwa n'ebitakurorwa ibara lyawe lisiimwe kandi linyumizibwe mukama tukusiimire habw'omugisa gw'otuhaire itwe okuba hano obwire buno kandi nahabwe ebigambo byona ebitwahurra mukama ntusaba ntwesengereza otuheereza omugisa gwawo gw'okwongera okugumyaho amaiso gaitu ha bigambo binu amatu gaitu gasobole okuyiguka nikwo byona ebituhuliire tubiteeka omu nkora tukonyere ebyo byonka ebyokwetaaga twege tusobole okubyega mukama kandi hampero ya byona tumalire tusingwire mu maiso gaawe twasaba ntuyikiriza mukama turaba mu ibali omuhendo mwingi lya Yesu Kristo mujuni wetu